as the Year of Roads agenda by the government, through which the Ministry of Roads and Highways continued to improve the roads network across the country, the District Chief Executive for the Agyapong North District Assembly in the Ashanti region, Kencity Agyapong, has cut the sword for the construction of 25 kilometers of roads from Edukro Junction through to Soko, Tetrem to Chichirwe in the district. In an interview with the District Chief Executive after a brief ceremony at Chichirwe, he mentioned that the district has benefited from the Year of Roads agenda by the government massively. According to him, another 11 kilometers are already under construction to help commuters and drivers in the district.
In fact, Edinburgh Assembly na adia enye pani yakwai, but na aka say Year of Roads na me ka say min kwa me de menya me de na contractors no nintimi nye tentem se say na baby a ha me pa ne Chichweria ekosi Soko no but ne e di aso abobo form.
Kencity Agyapong further called on the contractors on the roads to speed up their work for them to enjoy the benefits of the Year of Roads agenda fully.
The other 11 kilometers in the contractors also that and I'm quite break one so I go cut the sword contractors in the Yama intermediate Sanga contractors now asati ejuma Kameka say media Nana Biamami now. Yeah, but cut the sword as I be near your corner, and I'm a second contractor for say, Mwadaroma, my Yama, Nana, Susu, Edin, Abbasadisi, if I know.
Commenting on the already completed roads, Kencity Agyapong stated that the Chere Krom to Offensu Road is completed, as well as Edukro Junction to Wiamose and Amoakon to Agona, and work is currently ongoing on the Ahinkro to Boaman Road. NET2 TV News spoke to some of the citizens who shared their thoughts on the road works.
I don't feel coming from my pencil. You may get a comment to that. President Kofoba and Obi and now Chasso. About we buy and this about buy one of the sea be crying, your money fee and Kufa and Nay also be crying my year. Say and your no more you can ampa.
Yes, we are Tamachi. Nanazo or Confian Nayaka home. Boamanako, Timotumunya Quanamay, and Yamaya can't tell me the dorsal. Nina, she be here, Pisan Quanquao Clum.
The once upon a time jewel of the Ghana printing industry during the early years of post-independence Ghana, the Ghana Publishing Company, which has suffered a sad decline culminating in losses until 2017, has seen a most remarkable U-turn in performance over the last 3 years, resulting in the company recording profits. This was revealed by the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Publishing Company, David Asante, who spoke to NET2 TV News on the current status of the company, popularly called Assembly Press. David Asante said under President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo's administration, a massive restructuring of the state printing house, which targeted key aspects of the company, has led to the company declaring profits in its audited books after years of neglect.
Through the leadership of the State Interest and Governance Authority, under the leadership of Mr. Sibina Samuel Boateng, together with the Board of Directors, we have had all the backlog of unaudited books cleared. So as I speak to you now, we are in the year 2020. We have audited account of 2017 ready, audited account of 2018 ready, audited account of 2019 ready. We can speak on authority. The company has made profit in the last 2 years after we assumed office. The audited account for 2012 showed that the company made losses. 2016, the company made losses. 2014, the company made losses. 2015, the company made losses. After we took over, 2 years successively, we have turned around the company, made it a profit-making institution, invested in machines and equipment, invested in human capacity development drive, and also transformed the overall outlook and image of the company, making it a world-class printing and publishing institution ready to take off and to accept any form of job. So, the long and short of it is, we have transformed Ghana Publishing from a state of nothingness because the company was making losses. Today, we are making profits according to the previously audited books that are available for the public to Paris. So we are better today. We have well managed this company.
He said motivating staff, retooling of the old printing press, and training and skills improvement, among other things, accounted for the rise in performance and profits.
When I assumed office, the very first thing I was confronted with in the company was the demotivation among the staff. The staff were demotivated and had a low sense of morale. This is basically due to the fact that the company had poor machine and equipment. So, if the company doesn't have equipment and the company is not technically properly disposed to be able to execute bigger jobs, then of course the staff will be demotivated. When your staff are well trained, they constitute the human capital with which the organization can attain competitive advantage in the industry. So we invested in training and development of our staff. We have given people the opportunity to advance in their career, which will, in the long run, become the competitive edge for the company in the industry. Secondly, we also looked at machines. As we speak now, we have inaugurated 2 new modern machines department. We have the capacity, like one of the leading private printing and publishing industries in Ghana, to execute any volume of printing contract from government or from private individual, because we have equipped the company with modern and sophisticated machines. These put us in a better position and makes us more competitive.
Giving a background of the operations of the GPC, David Asante emphasized the important roles played by President Akufo-Addo and the Director General of the State Interests and Governance Authority, Stephen Asamoah Boateng, which has turned the forgotten state-owned enterprise into a competitive and profitable venture.
I remember when the sector minister was swearing the board of directors in, he repeated emphatically the words of the president that make sure you manage this company well, so that the day of accountability, when the party MPP is presented before Ghanaians to seek for a re-election, when the government is counting their success stories, Ghana Publishing success story as a sector in the economy will feature prominently. We took that responsibility. Today, as we speak now, if we have been able to talk confidently about these successes we have chalked in the last few years, I believe by and large we need to credit the government of the day. The office of the president has been interested in these matters to whip up state institutions that were collapsed or that were collapsing. Ghana Publishing virtually was on its knees when we assumed office. What we are saying is that we have invested heavily in machines and equipment. We have transformed our state of being. Now we are very competitive. The jobs that we couldn't execute in the previous years because of lack of machines, lack of expertise, and then lack of funds, now we are in good position. So bring the job. So the government has done a great deal in providing a sense of leadership through the board of directors and the State Interest and Governance Authority. These bodies have come together to give us a good sense of direction. Today, Ghana Publishing is doing fantastically well because we have enjoyed good businesses from state institutions. It's working well.
The Ghana Publishing Company was incorporated on March 9, 1965 under Legislative Instrument 413 and subsequently amended by LI 672 of 1970 to take over the functions of the former Government Printing Department and the administration of the government free textbook schemes. The Assembly Press was converted into a limited liability company under the Statutory Corporations Act 461/1993 and renamed Ghana Publishing Company Limited in 2007. It prints, publishes, and distributes very high-quality books and stationery to educational institutions, government departments and agencies, as well as the general public at competitive prices. It undertakes general commercial printing and printing of books and reading materials. It does publication and marketing of documents for and on behalf of government, typesetting of manuscripts, and proofreading. The President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has urged the chiefs and people of the Upper East region to look favorably on the government of the New Patriotic Party by voting massively for him and the party's parliamentary candidates on 7th December 2020. Addressing a meeting of the Upper East Regional House of Chiefs on Thursday, President Akufo-Addo stated that the Upper East region has since the advent of the Fourth Republic not looked favorably on the NPP either in presidential or parliamentary elections.
The presidential candidates of my party, the three, Professor Dubois, John Agyapong Kufuor, and myself, have never won the majority of the popular vote in the Upper East region. And indeed, our party has not fared well in the parliamentary elections. 3 out of the 15 seats of the region are currently in the possession of the New Patriotic Party. What I am respectfully asking of you, that having regard to what has happened in this country in the last nearly 4 years, of a performing government that has fulfilled the overwhelming majority of its commitments to the Ghanaian people and has shown its determination to work in the interest of all the peoples of Ghana without discrimination, that this time round the Upper East looks favorably on the Elephant Party and helps us become the majority party in the Upper East.
President Akufo-Addo told the Upper East Regional House of Chiefs that in the 3.5 years that he has been in office, he has had the opportunity to manifest to the Ghanaian people the honesty with which he made the promises of 2016 to them.
I have been member of a government as Attorney General and Minister for Foreign Affairs, but that government was led by President J.A. Kufuor, not by myself. So in 2016, I had no record as a president to put before the Ghanaian people. And that is why I made a series of promises to the Ghanaian people that if they gave me the chance, with the blessing of the Almighty, there are certain things that I would do. I believe that it was in acceptance of those promises, and as a result also of the poor governance of the then Mahama administration, it was the coming together of these two phenomena that led the people of Ghana to give me the resounding victory of 7th December 2016. Today, I am no longer in the position I was in 2016. I've had nearly 4 years of being responsible for the conduct of the governance of this country. So in 2020, I am going to the people, not just with promises, but with my record in governance.
Counting on his solid record of performance in office, the president told the chiefs that he is a man of integrity who has come to serve the nation.
I have dealt with them honestly. It is important for me that I should be seen to be a man of integrity, a man who did not come to deceive the Ghanaian people, but came to assist in the development of our nation.
President Akufo-Addo used the opportunity to appeal to the chiefs and people of the House to vote massively for him and the 15 parliamentary candidates of the NPP. President Akufo-Addo assured the royalty that the Bolgatanga-Boku Road, which has been left unconstructed for several decades, will be completed by the end of December 2020. The president told a gathering of chiefs that the first day of his working visit had seen him visit the site of the construction.
Indeed, 50 kilometers of the 96.5 kilometer road has been finished in first-class condition and is now in use. The remaining 46.5 kilometer, according to the Minister for Roads and Highways, that instrument of development in our country, is scheduled to be completed by December.
The president reinforced the commitment of government to ensure the peace and stability of the nation in the run-up to the December elections.
Ghana has rightly earned a reputation as the pace setter in democratic governance on the African continent, a reputation I am determined to uphold and indeed enhance prior to, during, and after the 7th December elections. I would need, of course, your full collaboration and cooperation to help attain this end. We have all to work together to create the environment that will allow the Ghanaian people to make their decision on 7th December in freedom, peace, and security. It is their right.
The chief of Wasa Atobiase, Nana Opia II, says the government of Nana akufo-addo has performed tremendously well in its first term of office and deserves commendation. Addressing a Deborah of Chiefs at Wasa Atobiase during the visit of Vice President Bawumia on Wednesday, the chief said evidence of President Akufo-Addo's good performance in government abound, and he is not the only one who has seen it.
MPP abambaye patro wentim ye yetuga kan ye MPP abambaye ye nyina ye nim emode ba wabo awo mayim aina ko bisam ana men ko ana mahu o mamu nyina ni tua.
The chief singled out President Akufo-Addo's flagship Education for All intervention, Free Senior High School, describing it as historic.
Free Senior High School, aben edibaye. Yan bless yan bida. Yan pan phone point to me kasa ba bida. E bin si da. We aya amwani ba kase a aban na den abo. Nka yan hia fo yama ebeda akobi. Enso enne Atobiase fo ma afam akodu achi.
Nana Opia also commended President Akufo-Addo's government for the manner the coronavirus outbreak has been managed.
The president and then on my penny about the Dr. Mahmoud Babelubia Amwa Eti Yamude Yariano about the National Susano. Ah, met me see anu asese ya kase ase ye dey for awudi are se obi ani tua enipa na ye Ghana nipa se na ewu e wo yare hu ina ye amodimbo a aban no abo wadwe ne man ho wadwe ne manfo ho na wabo sa amode no wan set ka bebre na wabo alaji ne man ankwa.
Touching on the Akufo-Addo government's inclusive development policies, Nana Opia said his community has received its share of development. He said the area has only one senior high school in Dabuase and therefore appealed to the government to consider building a senior high school in the area to ensure pupils from the area not to travel far to access senior high education. The chief also appealed for governments to consider upgrading their roads. Vice President Bawumia, who was on a 2-day tour of the Western region, thanked the chief for acknowledging the government's efforts and assured him that the request for a senior high school will receive consideration.
Former President John Mahama Woho, Ojinama NDC, any President Nana akufo-addo, so Ojinama MPP. The Premier Yehu Omijuma, President Mahama na Owo, Vice President ne Oye President, if you were President Akufo-Addo Swaba, if you 90. Yehu Omujina Ejuma. Adia, I think Omodi Bay, said Omubumai, Yehu, NTA Betua Banwa, is a fair Mitaga Niamano, made Pecoso.